easily one of the most common problems that people have, that I've noticed from talking and listening to so many people, and obviously in my life as well, is with self worth. And even when people sort of, show or say or feel that they do value themselves, often on a deeper level, it's a different story. And we it's about believing that we're enough. We measure ourselves against each other. We pick ourselves apart, in the mirror. We replay every mistake, and often convincing ourselves like it means something about who we actually are. And honestly, it's no wonder because from childhood, many of us were told in a thousand little ways that we're not quite right. You know what I mean? It's like, don't say that, don't look like that, don't do that, don't be too much, don't be too little. It's just constant. And obviously, people haven't meant anything. It's not like they're not realised. And those messages, they sink in, don't they? They shape the voice inside our bonds. And it's like, it's that voice that now is saying, whispers to you that you're not enough sometimes. But honestly, that voice is lying because you've got to remember, and what I was thinking about before is worth isn't, you don't have to earn it, do you? Worth. It's not like it's a negotiable thing. You know what I mean? It's just like a natural right that we have from birth. It's just something we're born with. We have worth. You know that, right? Um, And I think the beautiful thing about it is that you don't need to fight for it, really. We don't have to earn it. We don't have to fight for it. We don't. We don't have to convince anyone else of it. So you don't have to convince any other person that exists of your worth. Like, that's a big one, that is. And I think, for me, I've had a big problem with in my life with self worth. And I'm still learning. I do a lot better now than I ever did. Um, but always learning, always working, always, happy to feel more. And you don't need to like prove it to anybody at all. You just need to remember, realize, and that's the thing, isn't it? Because realizing your self worth and remembering your self worth is hard when, especially, all this stuff that happens in life, isn't it? Like all the bruises that we have. And when you've been criticised through your life and you've been abandoned and you've been betrayed and all that, it's like when those people that were supposed to lift you up made you feel small, that has profound impact. And it's hard then not to internalize those wounds almost, and make them part of you and your story and your journey. I think one of the important things is to realize that you're not your wounds and you're not the stories that were handed to you by other people. You're not the voice inside your head. You're not that one that you say that you're less than. You're not. You're much more. So much more. And every time you've picked yourself back up from stumbling and falling and all the things you've been through, every single time that shows your worth. That was worth. And every time you've shown kindness to someone else, that was worth. Especially in those moments when it was easier not to. Every time you survived a storm and you've come out of the other side, that was your worth as well. And self-esteem is not about ego, is it? It's about something else. It's not about being louder or bigger than anyone else. It's not about arrogance. It's about just being grounded, I suppose, almost. And saying like, I matter. Cliche. I matter exactly as I am. But it's true. You do matter exactly as you are. And you have to I have to, we all have to look at ourselves with compassion instead of criticism, because we have to be our own best friend inside, don't we? And sort of think to ourselves, well, if would I allow somebody else to speak to me the way that I speak to myself in my own head? It's about choosing to treat yourself like someone you love. And then the thing that many people don't realize is, but this is massive, massive. You're in control. Maybe you've never felt in control before, and maybe you've not learned how to be in control. Almost like a big, massive ship, and you're just throwing at the controls, Once you learn how to control it, whoa, cool, all good. You can't control what others say. You can't control what happens around you, but you can control the way you speak to yourself, and you can control the way that you carry yourself as well. And you can control the stories that you allow to live rent free in your mind, in your head. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but that doesn't mean it can't change. What the way that you think now and the way that you feel about yourself and think about yourself, that's learned. And in that way, the same or similar way, you can learn different. Honest, it's true. I'm not saying it's going to be an instant switch, but I'll tell you what happens is it's taking little steps. It's almost you make a mindful change, because when you start speaking to yourself in a kinder way, when you start to stand taller, to breathe a bit deeper, you start to shift really, and it's almost like you begin to remember your worth again. And then with practice, because everything's about practice, I guess, isn't it? Then that becomes stronger. That memory of your worth becomes stronger than the old lies that you used to tell yourself. That loud voice in your head, because it's been given space so freely. We don't have to anymore. The louder, um, the more that you go through this process and really, tell yourself and do these things, then and think this way, change your way of thinking, then the louder that part of you gets. So I really hope that you have a moment where you stop shrinking and a moment where you stop apologizing for being you. You know, I have got I've just uploaded. Sorry, do you know when your mind just goes beep, not here right now? Yeah, so I uploaded an audio guided meditation related to self-esteem, funnily enough. And coincidentally, I'm here right now talking to you. Imagine that. And you can either comment on this self-esteem, or you can go to the link, which will probably be in my bio. My bio! Yeah, so much love to you. My inbox is open. And what do you think? Feel free to put some comments or whatever it is, if you've lasted till the end. I doubt it. Anyway, I'm Nathan. This is BTRU. Please give us a follow, maybe even some likes. Thanks. See you soon.